Hello everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and today we are going to analyze the Hindu newspaper for 1st of August 2020. आप सभी का स्वागत है अर्पिता शर्मा क्लासेस में। आज हम द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर के इम्पोर्टेंट करंट अफेयर्स को एनालाइज करेंगे। वी आर ऑल्सो गोइंग टू एनालाइज सम ऑफ द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट एडिटोरियल्स फ्रॉम टुडेज न्यूज़पेपर। आज के न्यूज़पेपर से हम कुछ बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट एडिटोरियल्स को भी पढ़ेंगे एंड ऑल्सो वी आर गोइंग टू सॉल्व सम प्रीलिम्स बेस्ड MCQs in the class. Alright, I hope you all will enjoy the session and the notes of the session will be uploaded on my Telegram channel. Okay. The class notes will be uploaded on my Telegram channel Simplifying UPSC with Ease. The link is given below in the description box. नीचे description box में आपको link मिल जाएगा Telegram channel का, from where you can just download the class notes. Alright, now before any delay, let's start the class. I'm also teaching live on Unacademy Plus. You can use code SHARMA20 to get 10% डिस्काउंट। आप शर्मा 20 कोड यूज करके 10% डिस्काउंट अनअकैडमी प्लस पर इजीली ऑब्टेन कर सकते हैं। Now first let's start by solving some questions. In the context of freedom movement, which of the following was called by Gandhiji as a post-dated check on crashing bank? A very important question. ये बहुत ही important question है। Post-dated check on a crashing bank. Options are Simon Commission, Cabinet Mission, Cripps Mission, Mountbatten Plan. Which one is the correct option? You have 5 seconds time to answer this question. Correct answer to this question is B. Cripps Mission. Next question. Article 352 of Indian Constitution deals with national emergency. Now in India, national emergency can be declared by first, Indian President on his own without any request from any other authorities. Indian President only on the basis of a written request by Council of Ministers. C. Only option A. D. None of the above. You have 5 seconds time to answer the question. The correct answer to this question is it is B. B is the correct answer to this question. All right. So now let's move forward to solve the newspaper. This is the very important, cutting in the newspaper that I have taken. Festival of Sacrifice. Here the author is talking about Eid ul-Zuha, the festival of sacrifice. That means Bakrid. It is one of the 2 major festivals of Muslims. Falls in the month of Zilhaj, the last month of Islamic calendar. These points which I am highlighting are important for prelims. Now, Eid ul-Zuha commemorates, it marks Prophet Ibrahim's, peace be upon him, willingness to sacrifice his son Hazrat Ismail on Allah's command. This is the festival all about. Prophet Muhammad, he was willing to sacrifice his son for Allah on the command of Allah. That is why it is celebrated and that is why it is known as Festival of Sacrifice. In this particular festival, Muslims believe that Allah wanted to test Prophet Ibrahim and directed him to sacrifice his son. And it is during this period Muslims around the world undertake the annual Hajj pilgrimage to the holy cities of Makkah and Medina. Now here the first 10 days, जो पहले 10 दिन होते हैं of Zilhaj, are considered the best days of Islamic year. 9th day of this month is the day of Arfa. Very important fact again for prelims. Please wrote it down. इसको लिख लीजिएगा, ठीक है? It is on this day the Hajj pilgrims they gather. इस दिन पे Hajj pilgrims जो हैं they gather together at the mountain plain of Arafah, praying and supplication to their Allah. Arafah is the day on which Allah perfected Islam, a way of life, and completed his favors upon Prophet Muhammad. Again, very important point for prelims. Now the first news, KV is unlikely to change medium of instruction. One of the recommendations, now this particular article, it deals with the Union Cabinet's approval to new education policy. We have studied new education policy in detail. तो ये जो article है, ये उसी policy के बारे में है. One of the recommendations of new education policy is that medium of instruction will be in home language or mother language or regional language till at least grade 5 and preferably till grade 8 and beyond. तो पहला एक रिकमेंडेशन रहा है न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी का कि जो मीडियम ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन होगा, मीडियम ऑफ टीचिंग, दैट विल बी द लैंग्वेज ऑफ द मदर टंग और द होम लैंग्वेज और द रीजनल लैंग्वेज, एंड इट विल बी एक्सटेंडेड अप टू क्लास 5 एंड इट कैन बी एक्सटेंडेड फर्दर अप टू क्लास 8. नाउ द RTE Act 2009, it states that medium of instruction as far as practicable shall be the mother tongue. Center is unlikely to implement recommendations regarding medium of instructions in the KVs. This is the article. ठीक है, सेंटर जो है, जो केंद्रीय विद्यालय हैं, those are the schools affiliated to CBSE or the KVs, right? In those particular schools or institutions, center is unlikely to implement the recommendations regarding the medium of instruction. KVs are directly controlled by the Education Ministry. Remember this, right? It is because the KVs and CBSE schools, they cater to the needs of people in transferable jobs, and hence it would not be practical to use students' mother tongues or regional language as the medium of instructions. As a mostly in a survey it has been seen that the students who are studying in CBSE schools or KVs, basically जो उनके parents की job होती है, that is transferable in nature. So because it's transferable in nature, it's not practical to use mother tongue or regional language because students from different area, different backgrounds are coming. It is up to the state governments to decide on how this would be implemented in schools under their jurisdiction. Education is a concurrent subject. You have to remember this fact for prelims. ये prelims के लिए याद रखना, education concurrent subject की list में category में आता है. In private unaided schools, parents' choice with regard to medium of instruction would prevail. But in in the KVs, the state government's decision will follow. Right? Clear? Now this editorial is very important from the perspective of GS paper 3. Diluting the EIA process spells a path of no return. So it is about 2020 draft environment impact assessment notification and the reasons why it has been widely criticized. अभी 2020 की environment impact assessment थी, आई थी, notification जारी हुई थी. So first question can come, what is this EIA? ये EIA है क्या? So over here you can see environmental impact assessment or EIA is the process or study which predicts the effect of a proposed industrial or infrastructural project on the environment. Environment पे किसी industrial या infrastructure project का क्या असर पड़ता है, उसको study करने के process को EIA बोलते हैं. So whatever infrastructural advancement or project is being taken or industrial establishment is being constructed or developed, what will be the effect of that on the environment? The process of studying that impact or effect is EIA. Now this EIA, it prevents the proposed activity or project from being approved without proper oversight or taking adverse consequences into account. Now what is the EIA in India? A signatory to Stockholm Declaration on Environment, India enacted laws to control water in 1974 and air in 1981, air pollution soon after. But it was only after the Bhopal gas leak tragedy in 1984 that country legislated an umbrella act for environmental protection in 1986. And that was Environment Protection Act of 1986. And India notified the first EIA norms in 1994. Basically, any infrastructural activity or industrial activity which is going to harm the environment, on that activity actions will be taken according to EPA, that is Environment Protection Act. And every development project has been required to go through the EIA process for obtaining prior environmental clearance ever since. 1994 EIA notification was replaced with a modified draft in 2006. 2006 draft attempted to decentralize the process. It increased number of projects that required an environmental clearance, but created appraisal committees also at the level of both center and the states. So whatever activities, industrial or environmental activities, if you are going to do infrastructural activities you are going to undertake, you will require a license, a clearance. Now what are the concerns which are being raised? Critics opine that the new draft is riddled with problems. ये जो 2006 का draft था ना, this 2006 draft which has replaced the 1994 notification, the critics say that it has some flaws, right? It enables sweeping clearance system to number of critical projects that previously required an EIA of special rigor. The main flaws which have been highlighted in this draft of 2006 is that it proposes to make stronger the government's discretionary power, and it limits public engagement in safeguarding the environment. This is very important flawback you can say. बहुत ही important flawback है ये कि गवर्नमेंट की डिस्क्रिशनरी विल पावर को तो आप स्ट्रॉन्ग कर रहे हो और पब्लिक एंगेजमेंट को आप लिमिट कर रहे हो, whereas public is the one who is getting more and more affected because of the coming up of more capitalistic and industrial activities. While projects concerning national defense and security are naturally considered strategic, government gets to decide on the strategic tag of the project without consulting the public. That is wrong. 2020 draft says no information on such projects shall be placed in the public domain. Now public is the one which has the right to know about the activities which are going on in and around their habitats. And if public is not going to participate, then it will cause a lot of harm, because government can encash on these particular projects, but it will harm the environment for the citizens. The new draft exempts a long list of projects. Linear projects like road and pipelines in border areas. Border area is defined as area falling within 100 kilometers aerial distance from the line of actual control. This definition is very important for prelims. What is border area as per EIA? Alright. Now next important editorial is war and talks. Next important editorial आपका हो जाएगा war and talks. Now, this editorial highlights Afghanistan's government and Taliban have announced a 3-day ceasefire for the Muslim Eid al-Adha holiday. अभी जो आपका फ्राइडे को, नॉट ऑन फ्राइडे बट सैटरडे, जो ईद की हॉलीडे थी, अफगान गवर्नमेंट ने और तालिबान ने 3 दिन का सीज फायर अनाउंस किया था. So, in this editorial, it said that under the US-Taliban deal, which was signed in Feb 2020, Afghan government is supposed to release up to 5,000 Taliban prisoners. And the insurgents, that is the Talibanis, would free 1,000 Afghan security force personnel. And the prison swap was delayed. ये जो prison swap था, 5,000 Taliban personnel and 100 Afghan security, it was delayed because of political feud between President Ashraf Ghani and his rival Abdullah. Right, that is why it was stopped. Both leaders reached a power sharing deal. The ceasefire decision comes as a relief for Afghans who have seen unabated violence. For 3 days, ceasefire will be allowed. That means nobody is going to fire. This is the third official respite since the war started in 2001 between the Afghan officials and the Talibanis. The next important news is doctors' quarantine days must not be marked leaves. Now it's not important for mains, but yes, on a humanly level, it's very important. It can be asked in GS paper 4. So for GS paper 4, it's very important. The Supreme Court on Friday has expressed shock when doctors and health workers complained that the days they spent in quarantine after performing COVID-19 duty was being marked as holiday by authorities. They are being compulsorily quarantined after duty and you are taking advantage and taking away their leave. That was said by Justice M.R. Shah. Right? The court was also informed that the 5 states, Tripura, Maharashtra, Punjab, Delhi and Karnataka had not paid full salaries to the doctors and health workers. The court has asked the centre to ensure, even by using its sweeping powers under the Disaster Management Act, that doctors and the health workers get their full salaries within a week. The court had taken exception to how quarantine was done away with for medical workers except those in high risk categories. So this is important for GS paper 4. If the doctors after performing their duties are mandatorily going for quarantine, home quarantine or isolation, their leaves should not be marked as holidays. That is ethically very wrong. Okay. Next important news, 1947 Pact on Gurkha soldiers redundant, says Nepal minister. So Nepal's minister is saying 1947 agreement among India, Nepal and United Kingdom that deals with the military service of Gurkha soldiers has become redundant. In an online interaction organized by Nepal Institute for International Relations, Minister also said that India should respond to Nepal's request for talks on the Kalapani dispute to prevent the issue from impacting people-to-people relations. So basically, impressed by discipline and ferocity of Gurkha soldiers, following the Anglo-Nepalese War of 1814 to 16, the British decided to recruit Gurkha soldiers in 1815 because they were very ferocious and very brave. Ever since, Gurkhas have fought on the side of the British Empire in almost every war, including the world wars as well. Right? So the Britishers, they used to rely a lot on Gurkha soldiers. The Gurkhas are recruited every year at the British Gurkha camp at Pokhara in Nepal. And after India's independence in 1947, the question of allotting the 10 regiments of Gurkha soldiers was settled by the Britain-Nepal-India tripartite agreement. So in 1948, 11th Gurkha Rifles Regiment was created in India in order to accommodate Gurkhas who refused to depart with the now British regimes. So here, this fact is important. The years are important for your upcoming prelims examination. Now over here you can see, is Trump empowered to delay the election? So basically US President Donald Trump has suggested that November election should be delayed because of COVID-19 pandemic. Trump ने कहा है कि नवंबर में जो इलेक्शंस होने वाले हैं यूएस में उनको डिले कर देना चाहिए, होल्ड पे डाल देना चाहिए. क्यों? क्योंकि कोविड-19 अभी है एंड सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग हैज टू बी मेंटेन्ड. Trump has also displayed resistance for mail-in voting, making claims of a rigged election. कि via mail also you cannot wait because it can hamper the transparency of the elections. So the question comes, does President of US have the powers to do so? To delay the elections? According to the US Constitution, it is Congress, not the President, that decides the timing of the elections. A federal law approved on Jan 25, 1845 had very unclearly set the election timing. It can only be changed by passing a new law, and such law would need the approval of both the House of Representatives and the Senate. So Donald Trump alone cannot take such decisions, right? Senior leaders have already dismissed Mr. Trump's suggestion to postpone the election. It is the power of the Congress that can postpone the elections. So this was all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's class. If you really enjoyed today's class, then do not forget to like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to this channel, because all the important updates you will get on this channel. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.